And let's go.
Typically, we use like a proper intro instead of saying "and let's go."
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like, welcome to this episode or something. I don't think we've done that a single time I've been recording with you.
No, you have not, and that's okay
Because
that's
I let
no fun.
you do the intros because you're fucking playing.
But that's no fun. Standardization is no fun. Although some things are standard for a reason. But I have strange powers.
Like
apparently.
cars are typically standard with 4 wheels.
Yeah, but I have.
Roads are standard with the same rules, with the same signs.
Oh, those of you who actually are gonna watch, you should look up Solar Freaking Roadways. It is one of the most magnificent things I've ever seen, and I really want it to become a thing.
They're really expensive, though.
I know, but the
the initial cost is so outweighed by the return. It's not funny, but it's amazing.
Yeah, the concept, and the thing is, it's clean energy. So you have a large initial cost, but you have really clean energy out of it. You have a ton. You have an excess of clean energy.
The only problem is how much power the fucking oil industry has.
I know.
Did you know that they don't teach fucking global warming in Wyoming schools?
I know.
Because it's not fucking proven. It's fucking proven.
It's a theory in the same way, that gravity is a theory, or...
We actually know less about gravity than we know about evolution and climate change. Like, how did we pull that one off? Everyone accepts gravity's real, but they don't accept evolution's real. Like, geez, what the fuck is that?
It's a person.
What the fuck?
He's a big guy. That's not nice.
What the fuck?
He's just a big person.
No. That is a boulder that pretends to be a human in its spare time.
Oh, he's also Tingle's father.
What the fuck?
You probably just peaked the audio. You know that, right? Ouch.
I don't care. I can lower the volume in post. What the fuck?
Well, you show him a picture, and then he's like, I'm glad my son's safe, but I wish he'd stop wearing full-body tights. But he gives you a piece of heart, because you're like, hey, your son hasn't gotten the shit kicked out of him.
What is going on exactly?
Possessed boat ride. You'll see why this is important.
And you've completely set down the controller, so controlling it is not a thing that happens.
I control the camera. But I can't get past that, so the boat has to stab it.
Oh. Okay, so you need to go through the boat ride.
The boat
ride once.
Yes. It is required until later in the game when you reset the days and you can shoot with, like, the bow and arrow or the Zora fins or... I think the swamp is shallow enough that you can walk through it as a Goron.
Huh.
The swamp hunter is poisonous here, so watch your step. I am.
Please don't accidentally fall in the water. It will literally kill you.
It's not instant death. It just, it takes a quarter.
Damage.
Yeah, I think it's a quarter of a heart every 2 seconds. I haven't timed it, because that'd be weird. And I make it a point not to jump into poisonous water. I'll skip on it.
Oh. You haven't played Q yet, have you?
What is Q?
Persona Q.
I own it. I've gotten...
Have you played it?
Yes.
How far?
I am on the 3rd floor of the first dungeon. And
there are only 4 dungeons, so that's not...
I was about to say, I am 5 hours in, and there is no end in sight.
There's only 4 dungeons in the game, so it's not that bad. But the, in one of the dungeons, the Group Date Cafe dungeon, I'm actually currently on the 3rd dungeon. It's a much shorter game than the other Persona games by a lot.
That's not saying much. That's like saying, wow, the road to Cheyenne is a lot shorter than the road to Denver. It's still a multi-hour trip.
Well, like, Persona 4, the first time I beat it, I was at 70 hours.
I was at 100.
Yeah. But I also had restarted. After failing to save Yukiko like 6 times. I had restarted. But,
no, this one...
And, like, Persona Q, I'm on the 3rd dungeon out of, I think, 4. I think there's only 4 dungeons total.
You think... I think there's only 4.
4 or 5. I have the fucking art book and it shows all the bosses and the dungeon design.
Oh, I do too, because my sister got me the limited edition one, so...
I love the limited edition, it's so awesome.
I know,
but
I love the case.
Oh, I do. I've been using it to hold my DS.
Ditto.
But
I meant to bring that, but I have tarot cards. I don't know which ones I have because I haven't taken them out of the case yet.
it's the same set every single time. The first set was with Ultimax, and the second set was with Q.
Oh, okay.
So I have the whole set.
Fuck.
Aw.
I got cocky.
But in one of the dungeons, there's a pitfall trap, and it's like, okay, in video games, usually pitfall traps damage you.
They bitched that you didn't go straight to the royal chamber. That's it. Oh, I guess I can.
But the traps in the floor, it's like, well, usually these health sapping traps don't take that much health, and it's very easy to ignore. And the game straight up admits that that's how usually those health traps go. People just ignore them and walk on them because it's faster than going around or getting an item to ignore it. So instead what it does is it takes away your SP.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And it's like, oh god, this is really bad because that really fucks you up. It really does.
It's a bitch to backtrack through dungeons. Because of SP.
You get go homes.
I know you get go-ho M's.
I never don't have a go home.
I have 5 or 6 on my person.
Well, because every time I go back, I always end up buying a new one, so I always have a go home. Because I didn't see the point in having more than one.
I like having...
Because I sell all of my materials and then I buy a go home.
It's not a bad idea.
And it just allows me more space to find more shit.
Ah, shit. Gotta hug this. Gotta sneak around.
But, it's a really good game.
Oh dear.
Definitely easier than the other Persona games, though. I've noticed that.
Well, like, your boost. It's a lot more generous with boosting. Although I still haven't figured out how to trigger all out attacks on purpose.
It's just at the end of every round, it's a percentage chance based on how many people are boosted.
Okay, so it's... I don't want to say random because that's not correct either. Fuck! They pinched me. God damn it.
Yeah. It's like every single time I've had all 5 members boosted, I've always gotten an all-out attack. But if I've only had 4 boosted, I usually get it still.
Yeah, because I've seen like, hey, let's get him. I'm like, okay. What did I do on purpose?
Yeah, it's just based on the number of party members that are currently boosted.
Because I know, like, in Persona 4... Fuck. God damn it.
That one wasn't even fair. But yeah, in Persona 4 and Persona 3, you get all-out attacks by knocking all of your enemies down.
Yeah. And you can choose not to if you want them to stay knocked down and try and boost more stuff or something. Which is a valid strategy.
There are some. I saw a really interesting strategy that someone had to take down the Reaper, in which they knocked down the Reaper, not all-out attack.
He turned around? What the fuck?
Everyone would go through their turns, including the Reaper, who wouldn't get a turn because he was knocked down, because you lose your turn in Persona 3 if you're knocked down.
Yeah.
And then they do that again, and they basically just, in a war of attrition style, took out the fucking Reaper. And it was badass because they were so low level when they did it.
Don't you get good shit or something? For...
Yeah, really good drops.
Okay. I really just want the goddamn piece of art.
Is it easier to do it later?
Probably.
Like, is there an item you get that makes it easier?
I don't know if the stone mask works on Deku shrubs or not.
Probably not, just because of this area.
But see, it works on Gerudo thieves. So I think the same rule would apply to these guys. But I'm not sure. But
this is your 8th try.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go get a magic bean.
Because that one's harder, I imagine?
No, the magic bean's easier because it's required.
I meant the heart container's harder.
Yeah, the piece of heart is harder, yes. Oh, not a heart container.
Yeah, I know.
Do 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 do. I like this song. I like this music. I hate these fucking Deku shrubs.
I hate any type of game like this. Well, like, if it's what the video game's actually based around, like dodging enemies and shit like that in this way, then I don't mind it, but like, this is not a stealth game.
Not really.
Stealth does not make sense.
Well, no, but like I said, there's a mask called the Stone Mask, which totally nullifies anyone's ability to see you during those stealth sections. So you can just run up in front of them, stab them, run around in circles.
Stick your balls in their mouth.
Pretty much. And they won't notice you.
Okay.
He gave me a magic bean.
What does it do?
You plant it.
Fascinating. I like how at first I thought you weren't actually gonna get seen despite trying there.
I was about to be pissed.
That would have been hilarious.
I'll show you. I always spin when I skip because you actually do go further when you spin. The game does accelerate you harder. So instead of having to hope you make it, you know you'll make it with some skips to spare.
I can imagine that being significantly easier.
Yeah. So you plant the bean. You plant the bean.
Link, like, what do I do with this?
You pour some spring water on it. I should have taken a picture of Tingle. Once again, I'll take care of that shortly, after I get the warping song.
Yeah. When do you get the warping song?
Very shortly.
Okay.
You water it, and then kabam.
It is a floating platform.
Isn't that weird?
Because reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate when the only explanation
Yeah.
is because reasons.
Well, in Ocarina of Time, they floated, but you'd plant the bean, and then you'd wait 7 years. So instead of having a time mechanic, they just have a you water it mechanic.
Well, like, the 7 years at least makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, but you don't have 7 years. You have 3 days. You have 72 hours of in-game time. So they had to think of a way to accelerate the growing process of the beans.
Random spring water?
Yeah, which works. Is it the best idea?
No.
No, but...
It's trying to transfer mechanics that at least somewhat made sense to a different situation.
Which is... it's fine.
It would have been
water.
easier to just not include the magic beans.
It would have, but the only other time you're going to use it is to get a piece of heart. That's it. That'll be the last time it's introduced. So they use it once for this niche
Couldn't
situation
you use that
for the
to
story.
get to the piece of heart easier?
I can see.
Like drop down, like right next to it or something?
I think I'm
On your way back?
No, because you'll get kicked out. I believe this is actually the spot. No, the spot's over there. I'm wrong. I could.
I don't see why not. Try it.
No, I can drop, but then I'll have to get caught to get kicked out to redo this section again.
Why? I meant it's
Because-
on your way back after you get the item you're going for right now.
I'm not going for an item. I'm going for a story thing.
Oh.
I'm going for a story song. Then I'll be kicked out front.
Oh.
So I almost want to take your suggestion, just come back with a stone mask. See if that works. If not, then I'll have to apologize for wasting time. But I've wasted time anyway trying to get it, so...
Yeah, it totally looks like you'd be able to just set it up so that you fall right on it.
Oh, easily.
But you're going to automatically get kicked out after this, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay.
I wish I could leave and get it, but I need... The story thing you get from this is a monkey teaches you a song.
And it's the teleporting song?
It's the Sonata of Awakening. It opens up the route to the temple.
Oh. Not as interesting.
Okay?
How far are we from the teleport song?
Not very.
Apparently this monkey kidnapped a princess.
He did not. He's pissed off because he did not.
So who did kidnap the princess?
Evil. That's it. That's the answer. Evil. But her father's a douchebag and says, You just came back from Woodfall Temple. You're the kidnapper. That's how he arrived at the conclusion. So this poor monkey's getting punished because he's trying to lift the curse on the temple so the poisonous swamp water stops being poisonous.
Wait, so we're sneaking in to talk to this prisoner who's going to teach us a song
That gets us into
that
the
we are
temple.
going to play on a fucking trumpet.
Yes. But
It
see,
seems like a bad
you
idea.
play it really loud, and then when the song actually plays, because you can't even hear the sound right now, because you got... It reduces the volume for when you first play it. and then it goes back up when it plays the actual song. And then you play it again in orchestra version. So of course they're gonna.
As everyone is fucking staring at you.
Yep. And the monkey gets hung by the feet, stuck in boiling water, and you get knocked over while playing the tuba.
Jesus, Link is the smartest hero.
This is a trip. This is a trip, man.
Okay, I'm gonna teach you this song, but you have to be real quiet. It opens up the temple door.
And it's like, everyone, did you hear that?
Okay,
This
how do I
melody,
play
which
it?
only this melody, which only the Deku royal family knows, it proves the foolish monkey to deceive the princess so he can enter the temple. Everyone, let the monkey's punishment commence.
Wow.
I like this. Just a fall. I don't know if he fell because of the guards or if he fell because, god damn it.
I shouldn't have played the trumpet while I'm sneaking into a goddamn prison.
This is all one string of poor decisions.
Guess what?
Time for the next episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's ever been anything else when I've said guess what. But hey, episode's over.
Okay.